the profit will need to be understood in different way. And how do you understand it? For the purpose of decision making, for the purpose of growing your business vertically, you need to understand profit. Number one, gross profit. Number two, EBITDA or cash operating profit. Number three, EBIT or operating profit. Number four, EBT, earning before tax. Number five, EAT, earning after tax. And then of course you also need to understand earning per share. Not only you need to understand earning per share, but you also need to understand cash earning per share. And that is the third thing that you need to know for the purpose of growing your business vertically. Now, number four, what we need to understand is what is purpose of any business. And I'm sure by default, most people, if you ask them as to what is purpose of a business, invariably they would say that the purpose of a business is to make profit. And let me tell you, friends, that is not correct. The correct thing is purpose of a business is to create value by making profit, or making profit by creating value. Merely making profit should not be the purpose of a business and is not the purpose of business. And that's number four that you and I need to know for growing the business vertically. Number five, value creation is one thing, and then there is something else, and that is risk management. So at number five, you not only need to know as to the purpose of business, that is to create value, but you also need to understand that there is another side of it, and that is risk management. So the coin which a business is, it has got two sides. The side number one is the value creation, and side number two is risk management. So in business, not only you have to create value, but you also need to ensure that you are doing the risk management. Number six, for achieving the purpose of the business, what do? You use a five-pronged strategy for achieving purpose of the business. And what is this five-pronged strategy? This five-pronged strategy is divided into two parts, and the part number one is the profit, and part number two is the growth. So what you do for achieving profit, maximizing profit, number one, make sure that your business is at least achieving, at least keeping its current performance. So sustained existing operations is number one. Number two, for the purpose of increasing profit, number two, what you do everything possible to increase your sale. And number three, for the purpose of maximizing profit, what you do, reduce your cost. So there is one aspect of the five-pronged strategy, and that five-pronged strategy, first aspect is the profit, and under the profit you have three things. Number one, sustained existing operations. Number two, increase your revenue, and number three, reduce your cost wherever and whichever way you can using the efficiencies. And the second part of this five-pronged strategy is growth. And how do you achieve this growth? You achieve this growth by organic means or the inorganic means, and that is the point number five, and that is five-pronged strategy for growing vertically. Number six, how do you take capex decisions? Obviously, in business, you have to take capex decisions. You have to incur capital expenditure, because unless and until you incur capital expenditure, how will you grow? You cannot grow. So for growth, capital expenditure has to be done. How do you take decision about capex? So you take decision about capex by number one, knowing the net present value, and number two, by using the internal rate of return. So for taking profitable capex decisions, you need to understand what is NPV, net present value, and number two, you need to know what is IRR, internal rate of return. So using NPV and internal rate of return, you would be able to take capex decisions which are profitable for your business, and that would also help you in achieving growth in your business. Number seven, what you have to do is understand what is oxygen of your business, what is the lifeline of a business. And when I ask this question in my workshops, a lot of people come out with different answers. Somebody would say technology, somebody would say raw material, somebody would say plant and machinery, somebody would say leadership, somebody would say research and development and things like that. Somebody would say people, somebody would say systems, processes, policies, procedures. But let me tell you, friends, what is the oxygen of your business, what is the lifeline of your business, and that is cash profit. And so point number 7 that you need to remember for growing vertically, remember, lifeline of a business is cash profit. What is cash profit? What is lifeline? Lifeline is something, if it is not there, your business will cease to exist. And what is cash profit? Cash profit is the profit that you have earned in your business, and it is with you, so that you can use it for any purpose that you want to use it for. Number 8, what you need to do is manage your working capital very efficiently, very tightly. Friends, let me tell you, globally the research shows 90% of the times when a company closed down, it closed down because of the bad working capital management. And therefore you need to focus on working capital management. You need to ensure that you take care of your current ratio. You need to ensure that you minimize your inventory, minimize your receivables, minimize your loans and advances, minimize your cash and bank balance. And that's number 8, working capital management. Number 9, how to use the number for the purpose of controlling the business. And there are a number of financial indicators. So what you can do, you can use number 1, the gross profit ratio. Number 2, you can use the net profit ratio. Number 3, you can use the current ratio. Number 4, you can use the debt equity ratio. Number 5, you can use the return on equity ratio. Number 6, you can use return on investment ratio. Number 7, you can use return on capital employed ratio. Number 8, you can use the assets turnover ratio. And number 9, what you can use is the working capital turnover ratio. So by using all these 9 ratios that I mentioned to you, friends, you can also control your business. Please remember, in your car you have brakes, and brakes are there not to stop your car. Brakes are there to control your car, that it is going in the right direction. And therefore the number 9, use the financial indicators for the purpose of controlling your business. Number 10, product costing and marginal costing is the another thing that you can use, and you must use for the purpose of ensuring that your business is growing vertically. Now, what is product costing? It's of course very simple. Product costing is the costing of the product. And please remember the fundamental principle of product costing. The fundamental principle of product costing is every cost has to be accounted for, including the interest cost, including the depreciation cost. Please remember, many times somebody might mislead you saying that depreciation is an expense, that there is no cash outflow. So why you want to add? And this is more likely to come from your customer. Your customer might tell you, why are you adding depreciation cost? Because it is not an cash outflow for you. Please remember, depreciation, not only depreciation, every cost has to be added to the product cost, and that is the fundamental principle of product costing. And please remember, if you make one mistake in product costing, and it's going to be suicidal, because in costing, when you make a mistake, remember, you don't make a mistake, you don't make one mistake, you make 2 mistakes. So if you are under costing one product, by default you are over costing another product. And please remember, if you are under costing one product, there is a full possibility you will underprice it. And if you will underprice it, obviously it will sell like a hotcake, but every time you sell it, you are going to incur a loss. And second, on the second front, if you overcost a product, if you overcost it, obviously you will overprice it. And if you overprice it, doesn't really matter as to how good the product is, nobody is going to buy it. So number 10 is the product costing and marginal costing, and this is what you ought to know for the purpose of growing your business vertically. Number 11, how to prepare annual budgets is something that you have to have in your business. Budgeting is absolutely imperative, essential, non-negotiable. Budgeting system has to be there in the business. Any business which is not having a budgeting system, it cannot be called professionally managed business at all. So implement the system of budgeting and budgeting control, and also long range plans. Number 12, how to implement Partha system. So let me tell you, friends, what is Partha system. Partha system is a system that was devised by late Sri Ghanshyam Das Birla ji of Birla Empire, and more than 100 years back. But today the Partha continues to be practiced in all the Birla Group companies, and this is a phenomenal tool of controlling your business operations. So implement Partha in your business to grow vertically. Number 12, how to increase your profit many times when sales is increasing only one time. Is it possible that your sales is increasing only one time and your profits are increasing multiple times? It is possible. Of course, it is possible. And how do you do it? Use the operating leverage. And if you use the operating leverage, obviously you will have your profit growing, and your business will also grow vertically. Number 12, how to increase earning per share when there is no change in the operating profit. Please remember, is it possible? This question can come to your mind, and it should come to your mind. Is it possible to increase the earning per share of a business without any change or increase in the operating profit of a business? And the answer is yes. So you can increase your earning per share without any change in the operating profit by using the financial leverage. And that is point number 12 that you must know for making sure that your business grows vertically. So friends, these are the 12 points I thought that I'll discuss with you to help you to grow your business, vertically. Your business has got all the potential, your business has got everything, and what it requires is just simple application of these simple techniques of finance. And if you apply these simple techniques of finance, your business is bound to grow vertically. Wish you all the very best, and see you sometime again for another program of this kind on a different topic. Thank you.